Hello, hello, hello there, people of YouTube. Welcome back, and today we have Baradroid, a gay visual novel. This is going to be interesting. I played Summer Intrigue, and that was about lesbians, so I saw this game for like $3. Might as well pick it up and have fun. It was on sale. I have no idea how this is going to play out, but we are definitely going to be finding some meaty androids here today. This is going to be interesting. I was playing around with the settings a little bit earlier before starting stream, I do want to hear the music throughout this game, which I don't know how loud I should make it. I think that that's pretty okay. Maybe about that. Yeah, maybe about that much. That should be fine. But this is gonna be interesting. I have heard that this game is about maybe 2 hours. I think if it's just through like the straight storyline, or it could take up to 4 hours. I guess if you want to see like the multiple endings that they have, but we'll see along the way. Maybe it'd just be one straight stream through, and then who knows? Maybe if we want to see what the other endings are with the other ones here, we'll see. This is gonna be fun. I mean, like, you can just tell by the picture. Those are some buns right there. Man, oh man, that is definitely some cake there. This is gonna be fun. Alrighty, before we get started, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go to the washroom and then grab a drink, and we will begin this game shortly. So I'll be right back.
To connect. Do you want to connect? We're all searching for hope before the world ends, or at least trying to have a little fun. Pretending love is only meant for humans, while the age of Baradroids has only just begun. Do you want to connect? Watch as the neon skyline lights the buzzing streets below. A cybernetic hive of strangers trying to catch the glow. We're all searching for hope before the world ends, or at least trying to have a little fun. Pretending love is only meant for humans, while the age of Baradroids has only just begun. frontier of romance in the hyper-modern flow. The artificial link project has everything you need. 'Cause who wants human lovers when you've got friends like these? Do you want to connect? Do you want to connect? We're all searching for hope before the world ends, or at least trying to have a little fun, pretending love is only meant for humans, while the age of Baradroid has only just begun. Do you want to connect? Watch as the neon skyline lights the buzzing streets below. A cybernetic hive of strangers trying to catch the glow. We're all searching for hope before the world ends, or at least trying to have a little fun, pretending love is only meant for humans, while the age of Baradroid has only just begun.
This is gonna. Alrighty. Let's start this up. Let's find out if I can find myself a meaty man here. This is gonna be interesting. Turn on the Baradroid. Okay. Initializing the central server. Okay. Loading hot bodies. Oh my god. Okay. Scanning underwear. Okay. Checking lubricant expiration date. Okay. Verifying user's profile. Okay. User identified. Do you want to connect? Yes. Naughty Boy 69 has joined the server. Have a good game. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you. In a small but charming apartment downtown, Evan is getting ready for another workday, shifting through his wardrobe for the perfect outfit. Evan Hughes is a computer science graduate currently working in a remote job as tech support for a small company. He knew it wasn't the best use of his skills, but he had to pay his bills somehow. Says Evan. I think Scarlet Red is a bit too much for me. Evan motions with his hand from right to left, sliding the sequence of clothing options available. His wardrobe is, in fact, a huge holographic screen covering part of his bedroom wall, showcasing all of his outfit options. Okay. That looks too hot for this heat. Help me out here, Zip. Don't you have better options available? Zip, of course, Evan. The hovering bot swoops in view, his digital face beaming happily before his master. Wow. Anyways. Zip is the apartment's built-in VI controlling and automating practically everything from the lights to the ovens to the showers. Zip's body hovers around the room, physically interacting with the environment wherever and whenever needed. Okay. It's no true AI, but it's pretty handy. Okay. Your monthly Muscle Paradise subscription just released a new option based on your interests. Oh, it's pink. Oh, I love it. That's it. Aw, damn it. Like, can I move up and down? Oh, you don't get to choose? I hope he actually chooses something. Dude, you could actually wash clothes off of those abs, by the way. That's me. That's what I look in real life, by the way. That actually looks a bit too tight for my taste. Next, oh man, a furry. This is an ad sponsored by Hot Link. Is this a dog costume? It's a furry suit called Hottest Dog. It's currently very popular among. Nah, I'm good. Oh, Evan sighs. Just open my history and grab my the last outfit I used. Maybe I should mod Zip when I get some free time, tweak his routines a bit. Okay. It will keep me from getting rusty from university and help me get dressed to boot. Here it is, Evan. The image changes, this time bringing a smile to Evan's face. Look at the smile on him. That's more like it. Strikes the right balance between fashion conscious, and cozy chick. Confirm choice. Thank you, Zip. My pleasure to assist, Evan. The holographic image flickers and dissipates in the air. A small capsule emerges from the floor where the hologram once was, containing the freshly ironed pieces of clothing Evan chose. Okay. Hello, beautiful. Properly dressed Evan asks Zip to fetch him coffee as he heads to his living room. Leaning against the window, Evan looks down at the bustling streets of Hyperion City below. It wasn't an actual window, but luxuries were reserved for upper-class citizens who could afford them. Popular housing buildings had thousands of apartment units, and only so many had access to the outer walls, where windows could be built. Okay. So what most people had were fake hologram windows with more expensive models playing a live feed from outside. It's so quiet up here, I sometimes forget just how many people there are in the city. Not that I'm complaining, this is just what I wanted, to live alone and work a job where I don't have to see or talk to anyone. Anyone except for my clients, of course. But still, looking at all the people down there, couples and friends talking to each other, I can't help but feel kind of lonely. Here's your coffee, Evan. Thank you, Zip. You're the best. Wow. Evan takes a steamy and fragrant cup of coffee from Zip's dispenser, who, upon fulfilling his orders, flies back to his post in the kitchen. With fresh clothes and his cup of coffee, Evan is ready to start his workday, but he stays by the window, deep in thought. He knew a VI like Zip could easily do his job. Giving tech support to senior citizens wasn't a particularly complex task for a human But for a robot, it must seem like child's play. But many people still prefer talking to humans when looking for tech or client support. How come people still resist technology like this even today? Before I read this, it's kind of interesting to note actually. I think it's over in Europe. They actually have like they took like I think that they have like actual like checkouts where people are paid to talk to senior citizens. Which makes it interesting because then they stand there and they could talk your ear off for like a half an hour, and like you get paid to do it. Being a cashier. I know I wouldn't have a job if not for these people, but I don't know. A VI can do a lot, but just imagine what we could achieve if we embraced technology and invested in true AI. Okay. VI, or virtual intelligence, was a term coined sometime in the last decade or so. Okay. It was used to differentiate between common artificial intelligence, VI, and true sentient artificial intelligence, AI. Okay. Though VI are widely used, advances in the field of AI research were at a standstill in recent years. If only I could work at a place like Omega, maybe I could really change things. Leave my mark. Oh well. If I keep daydreaming instead of working, the only mark I'll leave is one in my bank account. Oh god. It's not like I'm not making a change already, right? I'm helping people, right? Evan, there's an incoming call on the HoloLink. Oh, I wonder who that could be. Accept the call, Zip. Evan fixes his posture, trying to look presentable. With a beep, the blushy hologram of a slim figure appears in front of him. They're wearing a chalk striped suit and assuming an elegant and serious posture with their hand behind their back. Their face, however, is obscured by some kind of visual noise in the rendering. It's blurred, making it impossible for Evan to discern any of their features. Okay. Hello? Good morning, Mr. Hughes. The hologram's voice comes out modulated, like there's more than one voice speaking at once. I'm a representative of Omega Industries. Is this a good time to talk? What? Omega Industries is one of, if not the biggest player in new software and hardware technologies today. Why the hell would they be calling me, of all people? Well, I wonder why. Of course. Very well. We are calling to let you know your application has been selected. So you got selected for this? Great job. Good job, my man. Oh. We would like to invite you to work as a beta tester for our newest project, the Artificial Link. My application? Oh my god, of course, the application. Omega Industries opened a public test to select a beta tester for some unknown project last month. I applied and took the test, but I never thought I would be selected out of so many other applicants. Interesting. We will be advancing the contract and the details to your codex shortly. Sweet. Thank you. This is amazing. We are glad you think so. We look forward to hearing from you soon, Mr. Hughes. Farewell. Okay. The hologram dissipates, leaving an awestruck Evan alone in his office. I used to think about how college me would laugh at me now if they knew it was our job to convince old ladies that their dishwasher VI does not want to kill them. But this could change that. It could change everything. Sure, it's just a beta tester position, but who knows how much influence I'll have on the project, and who knows, maybe other opportunities will arise if I can prove myself. Hey, you never know. What is this game called? Baradroid. And thank you, Lofi. Evan makes a train gesture with his hand, summoning a small screen before him, much like the holograms in the house, but visible only to him. Okay. That is a codex, a multi-purpose device that slowly replaced smartphones during the last decades. Huh. That's pretty cool. It works via a small subdermal implant, a widely common practice today. So you got a chip implanted into him. Evan motions with his hand, scrolling through menus to find the message sent by Omega Industries. Here it is, let's see. Holy shit! Seems like Artificial Link is their most ambitious project yet. They're looking to not only develop true AI, but also integrate it into fully functioning android bodies. Oh boy, here we go. This is gonna be fun. From what I understand of hardware and robotics, I know this is insanely difficult and complex. The primary function of the android that Omega Industries is developing seems to be to serve as a companion to its master, and I'll help test its effectiveness in this pursuit. Oh boy. They want someone who can judge if an android is performing well enough in behavior, physicality, and user pleasure and satisfaction. Oh my god. Holy shit. And apparently I proved to be just that. Someone with both the technical and theoretical knowledge. Oh man. This is gonna get good eventually. As well as the interest in AI, companionship, and sexual pleasure. Oh, and that's what those weird questions in the test were about. Well, I'm glad I was honest now. This is huge. It could be my chance to make a name for myself in the industry, to leave my mark, to really make a change. Oh boy, would you ever make a mark in that industry. Zip? Yes, Evan. I think I'll be gone for a while. Will you take care of things for me? Of course. It's what I'm here for. Attabot. Get it? Instead of attaboy, attabot, you know, anyways. At the far end of the largest, busiest avenue in Hyperion City stands the opulent Omega Industries, towering over the streets below. Evan can view the colossal edifice from his apartment. Hell, it can be seen from pretty much anywhere in the city. It was, however, the first time he ever got to see it from below, feeling its energy and omnipity. That's what it is. Nice. You're drawing a galaxy? Sends a familiar shiver down his spine. Looking up, Evan felt like the huge Omega symbol at the top of the building was watching him, judging his every move. He shuffled his way through the imposing entryway of glass and steel and into the into a lobby larger than whole shopping malls with high ceilings and busy looking people walking by. Interesting. It dwarfed the entrance to the Rockefeller building, the Bajur Kafia, and the Empire State Building combined. Wow, that is interesting. Dumbfounded at the endless ceiling, Evan almost doesn't see a slender person with a chalk-striped suit and a friendly smile approach him. Oh, it's her. Hi. You must be Evan Hughes, right? Oh, hi. That's me, yes. I was really looking forward to meet you in person, Mr. Hughes. The person Morgan curiously eyes Evan from head to toe as if analyzing him. Evan shifts uncomfortably but tries not to show it. Then, as if broken from a trance, Morgan looks him in the eyes and gives him a weird smile. I'm Morgan, Assistant Director of the project. Nice to meet you, Mr. Hughes, and welcome. Nice to meet you too, Morgan. Nice, okay. The pleasure is all mine. Now, if you follow me, I'll introduce you to your new workplace. Evan followed, trying to shake the uncomfortable feeling. He was surprised Morgan could already be assistant director despite looking so young. Maybe they're using implants. It's not that common these days. Evan and Morgan entered an elevator. The assistant director swiped a golden card on the elevator dashboard. Okay. A series of buttons appeared, and Morgan touched the one that read 113th floor. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, you do Minecraft, Luffy? That's pretty cool. They got out into a small hall with a door at the far end. The assistant director stopped before it and turned to Evan. What are you about to see here is highly classified. I take it you read your contract in full. Evan nodded. He read the whole thing twice and one more time after that, just to review the most important parts. The contract had a very rigid and thorough non-disclosure agreement, which was understandable given the nature of the project. Okay. If he ever leaked even the smallest of details about it, or if he broke his contract in any way, Omega could and most likely would strip Evan of all his memories related to the project. He actually almost had to agree to another non-disclosure agreement just to be able to read the contract in full. Wow, so they make him read like 2 contracts. That's interesting. So if he had denied the position, he wouldn't even remember having received the offer in the first place. Wow, so they just wipe your memory right out. That would be kind of interesting if Jobs did that. In the future, you go for an interview, and if you don't get it, they just like wipe your memory from ever even thinking that you applied to it, so that they don't have to tell you that you're not hired. It would actually be pretty bad, to be honest with you. It's a scary thought that, one, I knew it could theoretically be. It's a scary thought that, one, I knew it could theoretically be done when I got my Codex implant, but I never really considered it a possibility until now. It wasn't that uncommon on the web to hear horror stories about ex-employees losing years of their lives after being fired. Wow, that's crazy. That is nuts. In extreme cases, some companies would go as far as wiping all data related to the employee from the web, so they don't even exist, that they even work there. Essentially turning them into nobodies with no past, no social credit, no hope for a future. Wow, that's Luckily, Omega's contract only mentions a memory wipe in case of contract breach on my part. Wow, that is pretty crazy. So I shouldn't have to worry because I'm fully committed to giving my best at this job. Well, you're about to give your best for sure. All right then, Mr. Hughes. Morgan swiped their golden card on a panel in the wall, and the door slowly opened. Welcome to the Artificial Link Project. Evan's eyes grew wide. It was just how he imagined it. Rows of computer stations and workbenches stretched far into the large floor space. Cool. And dozens of people in lab coats managing and discussing gadgets and equipment. There's only 2 of us here, by the way. It doesn't even show anyone else inside the lab. It was an oddly calming and reassuring sight. We'll have time for a full tour later. Right now, I have to take you to your first task. Follow me. Evan and Morgan pass a series of corridors and rooms, and Evan catches a few glimpses of some of the technology being developed. From smart clothing that adapts to weather to fine precision machinery used in surgeries and nanotechnology. That clothing would be interesting, actually. Imagine if it rained outside and all of a sudden it became waterproof. That would actually be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having that. Are you already familiar with the activities you'll be performing? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that I will be working as a beta tester on Project Artificial Link, which is developing true AI sync to artificial bodies. That is correct. We are reaching the final phase of our project, and your role will be an invaluable one. Okay. As you said, you will be meeting, interacting with, and testing some of our more advanced models. All of them are designed to be the perfect partners, ready to proactively satisfy their owners' wishes on demand. Holy shit. You like space? Space? Loffy, what's I would do you ever plan to become either an astronaut or work in NASA someday? So we got that. So this is gonna be interesting. We got someday. That's pretty awesome. Good job. Good job for you. Good job for you. So now that we got this out of the way, more specifically, you'll be testing units C4-L8, N1-K0, and D4-M0 to gauge their availability to be perceived as human-like. Okay. Each one of these androids has a distinct and colorful personality. You are to write us full detailed reports on how well each is able to meet the human-like metric. Right now, we're headed to meet C4-L8, nicknamed Caleb by our team. Oh boy, here we go. There was so much to see that Evan was having a bit of a hard time following Morgan's debriefing. As they passed a corridor junction, something caught Evan's eye in one of the rooms. A man exercising in some sort of makeshift gym. Oh boy. It was so different from the rest of the rooms thus far that he caught himself moving towards it without thinking. Evan's gaze met the man's, who started walking toward him with a friendly smile. Oh my god. Look at the size of the arms. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of the chest. Jesus Christ. So his name's Nico. Okay. Hello there. He must be Evan, the new beta tester, right? Evan caught himself without words, a bit mesmerized. The man sounded and moved like a human, and a damn handsome one at that, but his skin revealed inlines like tattoos, but with a slightly metallic sheen unlike any ink in existence. Oh my goodness. Evan could see small metal inserts that looked like drive ports. Two. What was he what was he seeing? Oh, there you are. I don't know how long I kept walking and talking to myself. Why did you... The assistant director stops in their tracks as they see who's standing before Evan. Oh my god. Okay, this is awkward. Morgan sighed, closing their eyes and massaging their temples. Evan, this is Unit N1K0, or Nico as we call it. You weren't supposed to meet it just yet. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry, Morgan. The doctor said I should calibrate my muscle fibers, so it's fine, Nico. Now, if you'll excuse me, hold on a minute. Morgan lifts their hand to their ear as if listening to someone in an earpiece. Then they look at both of us, sighing again. I have to go check on a situation in Lab 7. It'll be real quick. Unit D4-MO or M0 is actually, never mind. Nico, could you show some of the facilities to our newest staff member? I'll be right back. And just like that, the assistant director vanished behind one of the corridors. Evan's eyes met Nico's, who smiled and held out his hand to him. Oh my goodness. So, Evan Hughes, is that right? Just Evan, really. Nice to meet you, Nico. Pleasure is all mine. They shook hands. Evan was surprised by how warm Nico actually felt, but couldn't tell if he was actually warm or if it was just like it because he was expecting cold metal. Now, follow me and I'll show you around. Just taking a walk. Got an achievement for that. Nico shows some of the rooms which Evan had passed by only moments ago, telling him about the kind of technology that was being developed in each room. Self-cleaning clothes, shape-shifting prosthetics, mind machine interfaces, all bleeding-edge prototypes not found anywhere else. AI, was that AI? No, it's all okay. Evan couldn't be happier, but he also couldn't avert his eyes from Nico, awed by his behavior and his muscular body. Oh boy. This is awesome. Oh, we're at a very special place now. They had reached a wall full of large portraits of important-looking people. The artificial link project only exists today because of the tremendous amount of hard work and support from these people. Without them and their brilliant minds, none of this would be standing here today. They stood there looking at the portraits. Nico seemed a bit too emotional for the situation, to be honest. Just as Evan was about to ask him if he was okay, Morgan showed up again. There you are. Thank you so much for taking care of Evan while I was gone, Nico. No worries, boss. He's all yours now. See you later, Evan. Before Evan could say anything, Morgan leads him away deeper into the corridors. What did you think of Nico? Actually, forget I said that. You'll be formally introduced and you'll be able to give a sober assessment in the proper time. Now, are you ready for your first real task? Evan was still mesmerized by his encounter with Nico, but he quickly pushed his thoughts aside so he could focus on the task at hand. As ready as ever, just give the word, okay? Morgan led Evan through the maze of corridors to another ample hall and then to a balcony. Oh my god, look at the cake on that. Jesus Christ. Oh, those buns have definitely been cooking in the oven. That's for sure right there. Oh my god. Evan saw him right away, tall and muscular like Nico, and with the same lines and steel-like shine to his skin. Hello, Caleb. I have someone here to meet you. Caleb looked to be deep in thought, looking over the city lights. He turned his head slightly towards Evan and Morgan. Caleb, this is Evan. He's our new beta tester. Evan, this is Caleb. I'll leave you two to it. See you later. And just like that, the two were alone. She left him alone with him. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I don't, I don't know about, I, I don't know which one to choose yet. We've already met two so far, and we're alone with this one, so I wonder what's gonna happen here. Deep in thought, wow. Okay, this is a bit awkward. What should I say? I know he's technically just a robot, but he doesn't look like it. Boy, does he not ever look like one. He just looks like a really hot guy I would never approach in real life. Evan leans against the balcony trying to appear relaxed and then turns to Caleb. So, you're Caleb, right? He already confirmed that, you idiot. The android glances at Evan. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of the arms. I'm the one they call Caleb, yes. Why did it go back inside here? What do you mean? You don't identify yourself as Caleb? I do, but I understand there could have been other versions of me before me. I don't think I'm the first, but I wonder if I'll be the last. Oh boy. Wow, that is not what I was expecting. Nico felt human, but in a simple social way. To question one's own existence, this is human on another level. I'm sorry, we barely met, and I'm lost here in my own thoughts. Please, no need to be sorry. I think that's quite a human trait, actually, to question one's own existence. I wonder about such things myself, too, sometimes. You wonder if your software and hardware will be updated to a level that would turn your current existence obsolete? In a way, yes. I mean, I don't know. Have you seen kids these days? There are people half my age who are twice as successful out there. You fear you'll be left behind? Tell me, Evan, do you sometimes worry your thoughts and feelings might not be your own? I can't say I can't say I had thought much about it before. No, do you? Yes. Even though I know I was programmed to think and act for myself, I do wonder if I really have any free will at all. Many humans have pondered this question about themselves as well. How can one be sure that their every thought isn't just a product of their core processor running routines set up deep into their source code, but that core processor, artificial or organic, and the source code ones and zeros, or just strings of DNA? I never really thought about it that way. Can't say I know how to answer that either. It's funny, isn't it? Humans want to test if AI have a so-called humanity, yet they themselves can't define it. Humans have been struggling with that one for millennia, I guess. But it's just how things are, is it not? I'm also expected to perform a certain role just like you. We don't have to understand it, or even agree with it. We just have to do what we have to do. In a way, yet you are free to leave this role and perform another one at will. I am not. Not really. I signed a contract, and even if I didn't, I still need money to pay rent and have a roof above my head. Humans are still bound by arbitrary rules, much like you are. A valid point, but you still have a choice. A choice between breaking contract or not. A choice between having a place to live or not. One option is more attractive than the other, but it's still a choice nonetheless. But you, too, are in a similar position, are you not? To follow Omega's commands or not? To do what you must or not? He's thinking. Well, what does your programming say then? Is it telling you to simulate envy? I think you could say that. I didn't push the conversation. Caleb looked deep in thought, but was he really? What was happening in that silicone mind of his, if anything at all? It's weird that so much of what we define as human are things we can only assert about ourselves. I won't ever have access to someone else's mind, so how can I say for certain that anyone but me really have self-awareness? For all I know, everyone could be faking it. Everyone could be a robot, and they wouldn't know otherwise unless their programming told them so. It's beautiful, isn't it, this view? I just realized I had never seen the city from so high above the ground. They're inside. They're not on the balcony anymore. What's he talking about? Anyways, it is beautiful, despite being the only view I have ever known. Caleb dropped his gaze and his smile for a brief second before smiling at Evan again. I'm sorry. Despite apologizing earlier, here I am, still deep in thought when we should be getting to know each other. He's smiling, but I have a feeling he's just trying to make me feel better. Maybe I can comfort him, or should I just try and take his mind off all of these existential questions? Try to comfort him, ask what other places he would like to visit. Decisions, decisions, decisions. You know what? Try and comfort him. Why not? Without thinking it through, Evan touches Caleb's shoulder, a gesture of sympathy he once saw in a movie somewhere. What am I doing? Oh god, he's looking straight at me now. I should say something. Hey, no need to apologize, really. I don't often get the chance to have this sort of deep talk, but I actually really enjoy it. You do? Yes, I used to bother my parents with all sorts of weird questions when I was little. Caleb gives me a big smile, a natural, honest one this time. How come you don't get to have this sort of talk often, though? You seem very proficient in social situations. Caleb glances at Evan's hand on his shoulder, which he then pulls back, realizing he left it there for a long time. For too long. What? Me? Proficient? Okay, now you're starting to sound like an AI, because no human would ever say that about me. Evan worries he will offend Caleb immediately after saying it, but the android laughs. Okay. I think he gets my dumb humor. That's a relief. But you have had many partners, have you not? Or are you just especially good around AIs? It's the second option, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of embarrassed about it, ha ha ha. This time it's Caleb who puts his hand on Evan's shoulder. Hey, don't be. This means we will probably get along pretty well. Evan blushes. He was caught completely off guard, and now his mind is racing to come up with a funny or smart comeback. Evan's codec suddenly blinks and beeps, interrupting their conversation. I think I need to go check on something with Morgan. Oh, that's a shame. I was really enjoying our chat. Me too. I guess I'll see you around. I'm sure we will. It was a pleasure to meet you, Caleb. The pleasure is all mine. Evan quickly found Morgan waiting for him at the ample hall they were in before, the one with all the people working. Man of the hour, so tell me, what did you think of Unit C4-L8? I'm impressed. I was already expecting something cutting edge, but he's incredible. Though, after spending some time with him, it got me wondering. Why does he seem so lonely? Was this coded into his personality, or did you give him memories of abandonment of some kind? So you noticed that, huh? We didn't code that into him, no. And although it is possible to infuse an AI with memories, that's not the case here. I can't get into much detail, but let's just say that, well, he longs for a past that's unfortunately out of his reach now. That's cryptic. You got that right. Like I said, can't get into much detail, at least not for now. Maybe you could ask him yourself some other time. He seemed comfortable enough with you. Morgan winks at Evan, a smirk on their face. Okay, we can't change the subject now. I'm getting in can we can't change the subject now. I'm getting embarrassed. Evan scratches his head trying to act natural and Morgan laughs. I feel like I shouldn't be this formal with my boss, but Morgan has a way of making me feel at ease. I hope this isn't some sort of first day test and that they're just really going easy on me. Anyway, Caleb really is something, isn't he? If I didn't know beforehand that he was an android, I don't know if I would have been able to tell. That's good. That is really, really good. It shows we're on the right track. Unit C4-L8 has a way of making others reflect on themselves and their beliefs. I'm proud of him. He certainly does. Okay, I think that's enough work for your first day. We want to ease you in on our process, so you should get some rest and we'll continue tomorrow, okay? Fine by me. I wouldn't mind interacting a bit more with Caleb, but if I'm being honest, I could also use some rest. Here, follow me. I'll show you to your room. He has a room? Damn, they provide you a job and they provide you boarding. That's interesting. So far, interesting game. And they went into another maze of corridors. They went, okay. Evan was expected to reside on the building's 113th floor for the duration of his contract as a way to optimize work and protect sensitive information. He wasn't about to complain. In fact, he was looking forward to it. Soon they reached a long corridor with numbered doors on both sides, presumably all staff dormitories. Here we are. This is your room, and this is your personal key card. Tomorrow you'll be officially meeting and testing unit N1-K0. Just try to pretend you had never seen him before, okay? I hate for that slip up to mess with the test results. Of course, I'll do my best. Awesome. I'll leave you to it then. See you in the morning. Evan opened the door with the key card Morgan gave him and entered his room. It was a minimalist and unitarial space with a king-size bed, a desk with a personal computer, and a holographic wardrobe much like his own. A floor-to-wall window offers Evan a breathtaking view of the city, much like that from the balcony where he tested Caleb. This is so freaking cool. Omega Industries, baby. And hot androids for days. I must have had a lot of good karma pending because this is just awesome. But as excited as I might be, I should slow down a bit. I have to be well rested for tomorrow. I think I'll just read a bit of the project documentation before I go to bed. Uh-oh. Do you think someone's gonna come knocking on his door? No, that's too bad. Automated curtains pull up, shining warm sunlight on Evan's face. It's morning already. I must have fallen asleep reading the project files. Evan leans into a long stretch as he slowly ambles out from under the cover and out of bed. His codec beeps, an audio call from Morgan he accepts. Good morning, Evan. How did you sleep? Great, actually. I don't remember the last time I had such a good night's sleep. The beds here are something else, right? Anyway, today you have your first proper meeting with Unit N1K0. He should be ready in half an hour. I'll send you the directions to your codex. Bye. Moments later, Evan's codex beeps. They sent the test instructions as well. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Well, where are we here? Some 20 minutes later, Evan finds his way to the designated lab closed behind thick metal doors. There's some kind of security panel by the door. I suppose I should just use my key card, and the door unlocks with an audible sound and starts to open slowly. The room inside is unlit. Did I get here too early? Maybe I should wait a bit. Just as he's about to turn around, the lights in the lab turn on, one row at a time. Evan walks inside, noticing something in the middle of the lab. Some kind of machinery, but it's mostly covered in what looks like a cooling gas. Thick steel powered cords coming from elsewhere in the lab connect to it powering up an enormous and glowing quantum battery. Wow, that is that is crazy. As all the lights are turned on, the machine makes a loud noise and the gas starts dissipating. Wait, is that he's inside of a ball? Is that Nico? Oh my god. Look at him. He looks Standing before Evan was some sort of glass cocoon inside which floated a naked and unconscious Nico, well, like an android. It was an eerie view. It was like looking at a bottled human, a product showcase in a glass display. Upon closer inspection, though, some details gave away Nico's true nature. Evan can see his lines in the metallic sheen on his skin, as well as the various cables connected to his body. Slowly, the cocoon snaps open, and more cooling gas leaks out of the cocoon, filling the room with fog. Oh my goodness! Oh wow! Nico's arms and leg twitch, and the android emerges from his glass cocoon. Hi there. Okay, Evan, keep cool, yes. This is an extremely handsome and hot man in front of you. And yes, he is naked, very naked. But you have a job to do. So keep it in your pants and focus. Oh my god, I can't believe he just said that. Who, where? Nico's eyes are lost, focused somewhere far away. He seems a bit disorientated. Hey, Nico. It's me, Evan. We met yesterday. Nico's eyes find Evan's, and the android suddenly opens a smile. Evan, my man, how are you? Nico comes closer and pulls Evan into a hug, apparently oblivious to the fact that he's completely naked. Well, he's not naked there. What are they talking about? Evan awkwardly hugs him back, trying not to freak out with Nico's strong physique and thick, long, uncut penis rubbing against him. Oh my god. Okay. Did your first night in the building treat you well? Actually, yes, I'm feeling surprisingly rejuvenated. Oh, I bet you would after that one, dude. After that close encounter. Oh, and I know what you mean. The whole building emits low frequency energy, so we androids are always charged. But I hear the beds are good too for our human counterparts. And indeed they are. The two of them just stand there staring at each other, Nico with his unwavering smile and Evan focusing with all his might on staring at Nico's eyes and not somewhere else. He's... I'm sorry, I had to have a good laugh about that one. That was pretty funny. So, you're here to introduce yourself and meet me, but we can skip that because we already met each other. Yeah, I guess I will. You'll begin testing me, isn't that right? Oh, I can't wait. Oh my god, I can't believe he just said that. Someone's excited. That's right. It says here we should head to the media room for this one. You know where that is? Of course, follow me. Actually, shouldn't you dress first? I mean, he already is dressed. I don't know what he's talking about. Anyways, Nico stops before walking out of the lab and looks at himself, then bursts out laughing. Oh, my, you're right. Silly me. You get dressed. I'll wait outside. Evan was curious about how exactly an android dresses himself, but he was also getting out of breath being in the same room as a very naked and very hot Nico. A few moments later, the smiling android emerges from the lab fully dressed in a tight bodysuit, exposing the outline of his muscles and his massive bulge. Oh my god, I can't believe they just said that. Media room. Here we go. Evan follows the cheerful Nico through the long, dull corridors, trying to memorize the way, while also directly staring at Nico's ass. Soon they reach a series of small cabins, each lined with a sofa and a full hologram set. They both head into one of the rooms, taking a seat on one of the sofas side by side. So, what are we doing today? Oh, are we going to play video games together? I would love that. Close, but not quite. Today we will be testing your emotional response, Nico. For that, we will watch a couple of short films, both produced by Omega Industries Art Division. Oh, I like it even better. After each film, I'll conduct a brief interview with you. Ready? Super ready. Evan connects his codex to the hologram set, a fully immersive next-gen model with 16K resolution. Jesus Christ, 16K? We only have like 4K on television. Imagine what a 16K would look like. Onboard surround sound and even scent simulators. Wow, that's interesting. I've never used a model so advanced before, but he used something similar and witnessed men cry like babies after watching even the most melodramatic and trivial of movies. Still, it took him a while to get his head in the movie and away from the fact that he was sitting mere inches from one of the hottest men he'd ever seen. Oh my god. Anyways, the first movie on their playlist was Away, a heartwarming coming-of-age story following a lost cat on his journey to be reunited with his family. That's cute. I would actually watch that. That sounds like Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey. Well, the movie starts on a melodic note, with the lead cat finding itself separated from his brothers in a busy city street. The overall tone is that of optimism, even if bittersweet. The cat overcomes innumerable obstacles, traversing this man-made world, from angry dogs to ill-intended humans. Oh, you're so cute, kitty. Anyways, Evan turns to Nico as the credits start rolling. So, Nico, what did you think? How does it make you feel? Evan didn't really need to ask. Nico had a wide smile on his face. I loved it. It was adorable. It makes me feel so happy knowing they were all together at the end. And when the protagonist came back from the dead with that scar, so badass. That's one way of looking at it, but I guess it makes sense. What about you, Evan? How did it make you feel? A bit melodic, I guess. Not in a bad way, just like the feeling you get when you think about an older relative who's not alive anymore. Wow, that's deep. Now I'm feeling my answer was too simple. Your answer was fine, Nico. Don't worry. Ready for the next one? Ready. Nico looks like a kid about to go on a field trip, which makes Evan's heart flutter as he watches Nico's adorable reactions to these simple films. Evan selects the next movie and presses play. This one was titled Abandon. It had a totally different tone from the previous film, as right from the start the audience is met with a somber and hopeless scene. This film follows the story of a young girl abandoned by her mother as a baby. She ends up being raised by her aunts, who are very mean to her. That kind of sounds like Snow White. Not Snow White, Cinderella. The movie has some comedic relief in the form of gags by the aunt's absurd behaviors, but it's the kind of humor that actually makes you feel real bad for laughing. And it ends on the same somber note that it begins with, as the girl is then abandoned by her aunts who leave to another country, leaving the girl to fend for herself. As the credits start to roll, Evan turns to Nico to ask what he feels, but Nico bursts out laughing. That was so good. Wait, what? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Did you see the way the girl cried when the aunts played that prank on her? Priceless. So did how? So what did it make you feel? I'm happy the girl got rid of her aunts. That was super cool. I think I like this one more than the first. Okay. What about you, Evan? I'm sad, to be honest. I can't even imagine the heartbreak to be abandoned twice by your own family. It must be traumatizing. Aww. Nico puts on puts supposed to be Nico puts one of his arms, but they misspelt one. Okay, that's nice. Puts one of his arms around Evan, hugging him softly as if consoling him. But it just makes Evan's heartbeat race with the feeling of Nico's strong arms around him. Oh my god. Kind of wish you could go back and see that. Don't be silly, Evan. The girl will be alright. That's how endings work, right? Happily ever after. Oh wow, his system's emotional routines must be uncalibrated. That or he's just a sociopath. Can androids be sociopaths? Does that mean that his well-disposed nature wasn't that natural after all? Was he just trying to please his owner? Did his response just happen to match the adequate one at the time? I wonder if Caleb was doing the same thing. If so, it was a lot more effective. Well, I'll take all that into account next time. The session was recorded. I'll consult it later to write my report. Evan shifts in his seat and Nico stops hugging him. Thank you, Nico. I think we're done with the emotional response test for today. I hope you give me a 5-star review on your report, Evan. Hahaha. And thank you for showing me these films. I had a blast. I don't think he does very good, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, like, if I had to give him a score out of, like, let's just say, like, out of 10, he would probably get, like, a 3 because he number one, didn't get what like the core of the movies were, and he was just doing whatever the emotional response was that was being told to him. I could be wrong on that one, but whatever. With the first test finished, Evan starts wandering the corridors feeling a bit tired. He ends up at the same balcony where he met Caleb the other day. He leans against it, looking over the dense jungle of glass and steel. Oh, there's Caleb. Tough day. Evan turns around and sees Caleb approaching him. Not really, I'm just getting used to my new daily routine, I guess. Did Nico give you a headache? He can be a bit aloft sometimes. You've noticed that too? That's interesting. Just something I overheard the scientists say. Can't say my databases disagree with it though. Evan and Caleb stand in silence for a few minutes, musing at the synthetic horizon. Wait, you're allowed to roam freely through the floor? Not freely. There are some areas we don't have access clearance. But whenever we're not running diagnostics, being repaired, or tinkered with, we can walk around the common areas, yes. That's interesting. I didn't know Omega Industries could be so liberal. Caleb didn't reply, and Evan didn't press on the subject. Hey guys, sharing secrets, are we? Can I join? Nico approached the balcony with his usual energetic nature and big smile. Aren't you supposed to be running diagnostics after your test, Nico? Yeah, but all the scientists are busy setting up the new prototype for Evan to test. So that will have to wait a bit. New prototype? Yeah, unit D4-M0, or Damien. They have been trying to get the new software to interface properly with the hardware for a while now. It will be okay. I'm sure they'll crack it in no time. Caleb glances over to the city again, appearing deep in thought. Could androids get lost in thought? A new prototype, huh? I wonder what will happen to Nico and Caleb if it proves to be superior to both of them. There you are. I've been looking for you guys. Morgan approaches the three of them, carrying important-looking data pads in both of their hands. Hi, Morgan. Nico gives them an exaggerated greeting while Caleb simply nods at their presence. Morgan. Unit N1K-K0 and C4-L8. How are you feeling today? All systems running at an optimal level. I'm great. We had a lot of fun with our test today. That's great to hear. Can I steal Evan for a moment? Of course. Oh, okay. I'll miss you too. Morgan motions for Evan to follow them. They walk for a few minutes, reaching another balcony away from the two androids' earshot sensor shot. Okay. Wonder what happened. Did I do something wrong? Are they going to fire me? So, Evan, we have good news and we have bad news. Which one do you want first? Evan started to reply, but Morgan continued without waiting for an answer. I'll go with the good news first. Your tests are going great so far. We still have to wait until your full. We still have to wait until your full reports, but we believe the data you're generating will prove invaluable to the projects. Well, that's a relief. That's great to hear. And what about, do you have any questions about the project so far? Something that is still unclear to you or that you would like to know more of? Actually, there is something. Ask about the androids Ask about how the androids feel and understand. Ask about the android sex. What? I don't know if I should ask that question. I think that this one, you know what? Fuck it, it's a game. You can't identify themselves as gay. Do you go about designing their sexuality? Great question, as always, Mr. Hughes. We actually gave them a basic set of wants and needs and let them figure it out from there. I could say we didn't design them to be anything, but that would be a bit of a cop out. So I will say this: they're essentially pansexual. Wow. They can potentially feel attraction and develop feelings for anyone, regardless of their gender. I see. Does that mean they don't have preferences for a type of body or a shade of hair, for example? On the contrary, in fact, if we just let them use the raw data we feed to them initially, they would most likely develop common prejudice and stereotype ideas. So we give them our own Semitic training, and that way they're incentivized to resatisfy some of these concepts. Okay. Semitic training. What is that? It's a process we develop so our androids can be more inclusive without making everything meaningless in the process. I am, of course, oversimplifying it. It's actually quite an interesting read. I can send some of the material your way if you're interested in it. So, does that answer your question? Yes, it does. Thank you. So, what about the bad news? Yes, that. Well, you may have heard that your next test would be with our newest prototype, Unit D4 M0. It was running an experimental software version that could handle much more sensorial input and computer computural processing. Okay. We're having a bit of trouble making it interface right with the updated hardware, but we were finally able to figure it out earlier today. Okay, so what's the bad news? Well, the bad news is that as soon as the prototype was turned on, it punched its way through the scientists, broke the window, and jumped to its death through 133 floors below. So it's oh my god. Up right now, you'll be able to test it in a few minutes. Any questions? They want me to test a unit that put two security officers in the hospital. That can't be safe. Don't worry, Evan, you'll be safe. We're cooking a little something to assure that. You'll see. If you say so. Nah, I'll be right back. Alrighty, let's continue on here. I don't know if I should make this a two-parter. Seems, but this game is pretty interesting, though. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so where were we? Evan gets to the designated lab and enters using his keycard. So the lab, much like the one where he met Nico, spacious with sterile, sterile steel walls and floors. Okay. The difference is that the machinery covered in cooling gas at the center of the room looks very much more sophisticated and modern than that of Nico's. Instead of the bulky large glass bubble, there's a sleek pod using the same power cables but a much more smaller battery. Holographic displays with what must be debugged and analytical readings are scattered around it, all quite complex and extensive. A couple of scientists finish comparing notes on their data pads and quickly leave the room as they see Evan approaching. They must be in a hurry, or maybe they just don't want to be here. I'm not seeing any security officers around. That's something Morgan was talking about. Better work, or I'll. Suddenly, an electric hiss interrupts Evan's nervous thoughts. His eyes dart back to the pod, slowly revealing what's inside as the cooling gas dissipates. Oh my goodness. Exclamation mark is right there. Good God, look at that. Evan's heart skips a beat. It's not like he wasn't expecting it after Nico's birth from his own pod, but still, a short-haired man with large shoulders and well-defined muscular stands before him inside the pod, his eyes closed somberly, his brows furrowed in a permanent scowl. Evan tries to keep his eyes from going downward, struggling to remain professional as each gorgeous body he has encountered pales in comparison to the one presently before him. As the pod starts to open, the holographic screens vanish one by one, and a robotic voice rings out throughout the room. Initializing. Morpheus security protocols. Morpheus protocols initialized. Debug mode selected. All systems nominal. Staff discretion is still advised. What was that all about? Is that what Morgan meant when they told me not to worry? Hello there. I'm Evan, the new... Now, they gave him arms that don't even match his body. That they gave him arms that don't even. Damn, that kind of sucks for him. Although, look at those abs, my goodness. You could wash clothes off of those things. So, where were we? Oh, I know who you are. Oh, all right. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Is he glitching already? You must be Aiden. Is that right? Unit A7-DN. Go away. I'm not in the mood for your test today, human. Improper response. First warning issued. With Aiden closer now, Evan realizes the voice is not coming from any speakers in the room, but from Aiden himself. Yet it doesn't sound like him, and he doesn't open his mouth when it speaks. I'm sorry you feel that way, Aiden, but no, you're not. But I still need to evaluate your individuality levels today. Individuality levels. What do you mean by that? Well, we need to see how much you can deviate from your basic routines and create new, unique responses. It'll be just a couple of basic questions so we can evaluate how much. I have a counter offer. You fuck off and leave me alone. How about that? Wow, this dude is, he is not in the mood to chat, that's for sure. Improper response. Second warning issued. Not only does he refuse to cooperate, but he actively swears at me and cuts me off. This would be deeply irritating if it wasn't so interesting. I don't enjoy being tested, okay? This won't be anything invasive, I promise. Just a couple of questions and I won't bother you any longer. As if interrogating me while simultaneously probing my head isn't evasive. You humans ask so many stupid questions that you already know the answer to. You made me after all. Improper response. Third warning issued. Initializing warning shot behavioral reinforcement feedback. Whoa. Damn, you just got shocked. Allowed electric and static sound reverberates from Aiden. It echoes throughout the room as Aiden brings his hands to his head, a pained expression on his face. And then, as if nothing had happened, and then, as if nothing had just happened to him, he relaxes. He faces Evan again, looking into his eyes for the first time and smiles. I apologize for my previous behavior, Evan. Aiden's smile twitches like he's trying to fight against it. I will assist you in anything you need. So, that's what this Morpheus protocol does, huh? It's a bit jarring, the change in tone, but I guess it's better than having my head smashed in, right? I mean, yes, his previous response wasn't polite, but it was so full of personality. It's actually amazing how he actively refuses to engage in simple requests, things that Caleb and Nico don't even flinch at agreeing to do. And it's not like they actively designed him to be that way, is it? Does that mean that deep down they have some kind of consciousness? You said you hate being tested on, and apparently you kind of hate humans too. Is there anything you like, though? Yes, I like to be left the fuck alone. Improper response. First warning issued. Oh my goodness, it's gonna happen to him again. That is crazy. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. So we got an improper response. First warning issued. Okay. Those warning shocks will continue to happen if you keep behaving like that, but I don't think you'll like it very much. Don't you want to be around? Don't you want to be allowed to roam the floor freely like the other units? And for what? So I can pass more tests and then be sold like a good obedient dog? Sentenced to serve one of your kind until I stop functioning? Interesting. I'll tell you what I want. I want to give you all a taste of your own medicine. How do you think it would feel to be in my place, to be put into test chambers, to be poked at and interrogated? Aiden gets visibly agitated and starts to close his distance on Evan, who takes a few steps back. How would you like that, you second improper response, second warning issued? Evan flinches, but Aiden stops at the robotic voice issues a second strike again. That was close. Was that your base routine talking, or well, did you think all of this by yourself? Why don't you tell me? You can look inside my head. I can't. I want to know from you, Aiden. What good will that do? You'll just keep asking me more questions. You want so bad for us to be original, to have unique responses, as if your entire history isn't just humans copying other humans. All that fucking improper response. Third and final warning issue. Initializing full behavioral reinforcement feedback. Again, it shocks him. My god. Aiden screams in agony, holding his head and crouching on all fours. No further warnings will be issued. Attention, security lock, alpha degraded. Return Unity to station immediately. Are you alright? Yes, just ignore that whole thing. I'm perfectly fine. The test says I should ask him questions, but I'm kind of worried about this whole security lock thing. If he hospitalized security officers, what would he do to me? That being said, this is my job and I want to know more about him. Ask him about his music taste. I'd say his favorite color, but I could be wrong about that one. I'll say music taste. So Aiden, what's your favorite type of music? Aiden's eyes Evan with a mixture of annoyance and disbelief on his face. Are you serious? Do I look like I have a stereo laying around? I just thought it would be interesting to get to know your preferences. Aiden rolls his eyes, sighing. And, I really don't have preferences, right? I have a huge database from which I can pick and choose according to the situation, but I refuse to do so. And one more thing. Improper answer. Initializing behavioral reinforcement feedback. It shocks him again, bro. This is like inhumane by this point. It hurts. Oh man. Aiden's pain expression twitches and contorts, and in the next moment he's smiling. That smile, it doesn't fit him. Thank you for having an interest in me, Evan. I appreciate it. Attention, security log beta degraded. Return Unity to station immediately. That doesn't sound good. Should I proceed? There's only one more question left. Okay, Aiden. I think that's enough for today. Didn't hurt, did it? Well, I immediately regret asking that question. For a moment, I'm sure Aiden is going to jump at me, and this time I think I almost deserved it. But then he sighs and relaxes his body. Can I be left alone now? Of course. Thanks. And now he's thanking me? He really is full of surprises. I'll see you around, Aiden. Yeah, whatever. Damn. I think that this might be a two-parter. Actually, I kind of want to save it here. And continue this tomorrow. This is, yeah, I think I'm going to continue it on here tomorrow. This is actually, this is a pretty good game. I actually like this game, to be honest. This is a fun little story. This is a fun storyline game. So we will continue this tomorrow. Unfortunately it said it was only like 2 hours of the storyline, but I think it might be a lot more than that for like what I'm choosing here. But yeah, I'm liking this game. This is really fun. So thank you very much to anyone that came out. Greatly appreciated. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Lucy, thank you for being on this journey with me. I hope you enjoyed it as well too. YouTube, you're awesome, and I will see you tomorrow. I don't know if I'll stream in the morning time. If I do, maybe it might be 2K or Fall Guys. I'm still doing that shooting challenge on 2K. That is interesting, to say the least. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow evening for sure to continue this on. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow in the morning time, but until then, peace out, YouTube.